In today's short video update on the Kusama ecosystem, we're going to be talking about the crowd loans. As always, we have to see what is the status of the crowd loans because there's always some action. So the bidding has finally started, as we can see here, for Basilisk on subvis.io. 3.02% probability of winning. All the winning bids are going to Basilisk because they are the top contributor or contender, I should say, in terms of the raised amount of KSM, as you well know. Now, next second is Altair with 71,240, so quite a bit since yesterday, as we can see here. Parallel Heiko is also catching up to Altair here with 54k, and Kintsugi is not shying away with 39.3k. So Kintsugi may actually perform quite well against Parallel Heiko when it comes to the final bout. But you could see a battle between Parallel Heiko and Altair, but I do think that it's going to happen between Kintsugi and Parallel Heiko personally, right? Because I do think that there's going to be a lot more contributions for Altair once Basilisk win, because that's going to be the next one too with the highest probability to win. So people will want to bid for the one that has the highest probability to win, which is natural, right? So what could we do, right? Well, we can only wait and see what happens. Of course, if you want to contribute to Altair, you do get a 5% extra bonus if you use my referral link, or to Kintsugi, it's also 5%. I didn't do one for Parallel Heiko. I don't even think they have a referral scheme, nor do I want to try it because I personally didn't contribute, so I don't recommend anyone else to do so, just because they've only got 2% allocation for the crowdloan contributors. So to me, like I've been saying in every video, that's not a good thing. So I'm staying away from Parallel Heiko, even if they will actually win the 10th auction, and even if Kintsugi don't. I'd still rather stick with Kintsugi, and I know that they're going to win in the third batch, right? I know there's going to be some competition there, but I do believe that they're going to have a good chance in the third batch. So yeah, they're definitely fighting here. 40k is not too far off from, they only need what is 14k, 15k more, so it's not too bad, right? 15k more, it's well achievable. We've seen what happened with Basilisk, how it's been pumping in contributions from one day to another. The same with Altair, so we'll have to see. And before we continue on here to talk about the prices for MoonRiver, Shiden Network and Kusama, I would like to take a moment to thank today's channel sponsors BitSwapDex for sponsoring this video. So let's watch this short clip and then we'll continue on. Thank you for watching.
BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap will get you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.com.
So next, let's talk about the prices, because this is a topic which has been talked about quite a bit here when it comes to the market crash, especially with the altcoins, right? Bitcoin's doing okay, it's holding quite well, but the altcoins have had a massive run even when Bitcoin was pulling back. So now the altcoins are also pulling back because it's natural, right? After this kind of massive pump, as you can see here, that Shiden Network have had after all this accumulation, it's normal to get a bit of a pullback. And let's take a look at the Shiden chart first, and then we'll talk about MoonRiver and Kusama at the end. So we could see that Shiden have a little bit of a support here. We're encountering support, and it's really awesome because we've got this information here on KuCoin with the red line showing where we are right across the board, like the full historical chart. So we could see we've got a little bit of a support here, then a little bit of a support here, and a little bit of a support here. So this $6 may actually hold quite well, and as you can see, there are quite a few buy orders here, but it doesn't mean that bots are not just going to jump in unless somebody's going to mass sell it. But it looks like it's holding quite okay. As you can see, before we could get to 550, perhaps it could take quite a while, right? I mean, you got to dump 40k, which is quite a lot. But another strong area of support, which I'm personally eyeing, is this area here, which is around the 525 area. So if it does dump to this area in this weekend, I do think that we could potentially see a red weekend. And if we do see a red weekend, then I will be looking to enter quite a large position here for Shiden around that 515 to 525 area. I'm going to be placing ladder buys around there in case it hits over the weekend, but I'll only be doing that if I see it get below 580, because to me 580 will not hold the support, and then we could likely see this area of 525 here. So yeah, I'm definitely looking to scoop up, because I do know what's coming up with Shiden. You also know what's coming up with Shiden. Staking is due to happen, is due to launch at the end of this month, right? So assuming that the market is going to do horribly well, which it could, right? I could end up be down a lot, but I would rather buy a strong position, a long-term hold in this area personally, right? Because we do see this area as acting as strong support here. Then we also have one more area, which would be the 390 area, which of course we could potentially get to, and I would be looking to buy more there. But I am looking to add quite a bit here on this 525 area. So if I get lucky enough and we see this area, then yeah, some people may not agree because obviously some of you are holding for a long time. So maybe you don't want to see it that low. Maybe you don't have the funds to buy more. But anyway, personally, this is the area I'm looking to get in. And if we go into the bull mode once again, and this would be all holding really well, and then we just see a bounce from here, then we could likely encounter some resistance around the $7 range here. As you can see, this would be acting as resistance because we broke below it here, and then a bit more resistance around the 760 area. So yeah, it would struggle to break past 7 once again, but like I said, with staking going live at the end of this month, what is it, 2 weeks left? So yeah, I'm definitely hyped about that, and I do think that Shiden has a good chance, but the market does what the market wants, and there's going to be sell-offs as well because it's part of the market cycle. Next, let's look at MoonRiver. MoonRiver is also doing quite bad here in terms of the pullback, but not that horribly bad because this area is holding once again as support. This was previously resistance. As you can see, only had a massive pop. It lasted for quite a few hours here before we had this push to the downside, and then we bounce right back up here in bull mode to put in that new all-time high. Well, that existing all-time high, I should say, because the all-time high is 510 on Kraken, but I believe it's 490 something on 495 on KuCoin, right? So yeah, could we go to 450 again? Of course we're going to go to 450, especially if we're going to get the Binance listing. Now there are some rumors, and I don't know if this is true. Some people have raised this to me, that BitBoy is going to be doing a video on MoonRiver today. I don't know if it's going to be a dedicated review or if it's going to be a live stream, but I don't know what happened. Maybe the community, the MoonRiver community, the unofficial community, right? Not the official teams from MoonRiver. But the unofficial community apparently has paid BitBoy, right? That's what the speculation has been. They've paid them in order to do a sponsored video on MoonRiver. So if that is the case, it will go into more people's eyes, more people see about it, more people find out, and likely more people will get in, right? So if that is the case, then of course it's going to be good for MoonRiver nevertheless, right? And yeah, if we do go into bull mode for MoonRiver, we could see 450 once again. We'll probably encounter a little bit of a resistance around this area. But if we do crash further, then where is the next area? Well, we don't really have that much support, as you can see. I mean, I don't even know if this one could act as support here, maybe 276. I mean, to be honest, it would be more around this area here, 215, which I just don't even want to think about, right, with MoonRiver, especially after we had this massive run up. But that's not to say that it can't happen. I'm just thinking that MoonRiver has now become like the new Ethereum of DeFi. You need MoonRiver in order to add liquidity for all these different pairs on all these DEXs that are getting deployed to MoonRiver. So I just don't see MoonRiver dump that low anytime soon. Maybe if the bear market comes, maybe if Bitcoin was to dump to 25K all of a sudden, sure, then it would drag MoonRiver down with it. And of course, MoonRiver would not be immune to that kind of crash. And none of the alts would be, everything would be obliterated, slaughtered, right, if you want to call it that way. But for us crowdloan contributors, even $50 is still quite a good ROI for us personally, especially if we've already been selling a lot of the unlocks, right? So even $50, and that would be a great accumulation area if you have stable coins for MoonRiver, because the staking rewards are great, and we know that the price is going to go back up eventually, right, even if we are to go into a bear market. And finally, let's talk about Kusama. So Kusama is pulling back a bit, but not too bad. This is like normal market movement. As you can see, the massive crash was here when it went to, what was it, 27 something, when we had this big pullback here, 276, and then it quickly popped back up, and then it went into full bull mode and actually broke this high here, and it just broke right above it because people were buying and buying and buying to participate to these crowd loans, right? So yeah, I just don't see Kusama doing too bad here. I do think it's actually going to hold. Perhaps it could pull back to the 350 area in the worst case scenario, maybe on Saturday or Sunday, if we are going to get a bit more of a pullback in the market. But it could just bounce off this area here of 350, because remember, people are still buying those Kusama for the rest of the crowd loans because the auctions are not over yet. When the second batch ends, I do expect a bigger correction for Kusama personally. But remember that over 700,000 KSM will be locked up in this second batch. So that's definitely something hyped up, right? It's definitely something big. Maybe not as much as we've seen in the first batch, but still quite close. So yeah, there's definitely more bullish momentum for Kusama here, and with less in circulation, it's bound to rebound in a good way. That's it from today's video. I'd like to thank you for watching as always, and a kind reminder, once again, Please do use my referral links if you want to take advantage of the 5% bonus for Altair and 5% bonus for Kintsugi. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.